Welcome back once more to Final Fantasy XIV. We are currently in Yak T'el, to be more specific in Mamook, and we want to do the side quests that are around the Yatika Heartlands, so the lower parts of a forest. And yeah, let's see. Cable. Spirit's Call. I'd be wary of entering a forest right now if I were you. There's something strange on the loose out there. I saw it with my own eyes. It had an otherworldly look to it, more spirit-like than anything. But when it motioned for me to follow it deeper into the trees, that's when I knew it meant trouble. I encountered north of Golmajik Grove and west of a Blue Eyes abode. I wouldn't suggest following it, but if curiosity gets the better of you, let me know what you discover. This must be the mysterious spirit Mirel just spoke of. It seems to be searching for someone to follow it. Follow it. Don't fall behind. So... The mysterious spirit stops, seemingly at its destination. Perhaps it will speak with you now? The spirit says nothing, its gaze fixed upon the bottom of its note. Something must be down there. From a suspicious shrub, you pull a jade ring, smeared with mud and marked with age. Someone must have dropped it. You no longer feel the mysterious spirit's presence. You should tell me, Mirelja, what you discovered. Mirelja. Mirelja. You didn't really follow that spirit, did you? Did you learn anything? Jade ring. It led me to this? Why, this is the ring my grandfather lost. He used to live in Moshotural Zosh before the village was abandoned. To this day he remains devoted to the old teachings, including those regarding blessed siblings. He still makes cursory offerings of traditional dance by the same synod. Perhaps he inadvertently called that spirit forth? Regardless, I'm sure he'd be happy to have his ring back. Thank you, stranger. Not even we can claim to know everything about the forest. It's not rare to encounter creatures we've never seen before, and we are cautioned against going near the more fantastical ones. So... Mystery spirits... What's that? Karolja. You're part of a third Promise's retinue, aren't you? I was glad to hear you express an interest in our ways. Perhaps you'd be interested in learning more about our culture? I could teach you if you'd like. The statue behind me holds great cultural significance to our people. Feel free to ask about anything that catches your interest. What? Ah, this one. Study the statue of blessed siblings. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. pillar? It's not technically part of a statue, but that one is carved with images of Mamook's flora and fauna. Abstractly, of course. Okay. Quite a grand house, isn't it? That's the residence provided to the autarch. Only fathers of blessed siblings can become autarch. But I suppose that rule would change before long. We celebrate the birth of healthy blessed siblings with a new flag. Our hope is to replace the flag before it becomes too tattered. The head on your left represents Hubigo lineage. You can see a warrior's fierceness in its expression. The color red symbolizes the sun and by extension the land, which blessed siblings must claim for their people. That on the right represents the Buneva blood. Its serene expression shows the wisdom of a sage. The blue color symbolizes both this forest and a vow to protect it. In conclusion, this statue symbolizes the heart of Mamook, down to the stone it was carved from. The very stone left by the Yakui who ruled these lands long ago. Our predecessors reimagined the structures abandoned here and built the city you see today, creating a future all their own. Unlike their descendants, now shackled to a past land and practice that have poisoned Mamook's prospects, I wonder if we are truly capable of change. But no, as our ancestors found their way, so will we. As we seek to discover what we might yet become, I pray you never forget all that Mamook once was. In that house. Linelja. Oh, how fortuitous that we should meet. For you, who have heralded the winds of change for all Mamook, I have a favor to ask. There are butterflies near the node Inunja that glow a soft blue. Not the giant beasts, but rather small flittering creatures, swift and clever. Catching them will prove more taxing than you anticipate, but I would be eternally grateful if you could bring me free. And free. Collecting the butterflies was a mini game in Final Fantasy X in an area that looked actually quite a lot like the Jatika Heartlands. There were a lot of players who didn't like that mini game, but I actually thought it was fun. Were you able to find the butterflies? The very ones. We will release a flutter of these during the exchange of matrimonial vows to celebrate a couple's new journey together. The node journey Inja, in particular, is regarded as sacred. The butterflies that live there are thus prized above all for such ceremonies. They say the contrasting wings, when pressed together and rest, embody the joining of two lovers from different clans and the everlasting devotion between them. No symbol could be more auspicious, especially when delivered by the hands that have borne new possibility to our city. You and the Third Promise have done more for us than you will ever know. These butterflies are sure to bring every happiness to the couple they bless. Yak T'el jar. Proper respect. Hey you, outsider. You've been in Mamook for some time now, but have you paid your proper respects yet? How do I do that? The spirits of our greatest warriors inhibit the guardian statues you see throughout the city. Fail to demonstrate your goodwill, and they're likely to brand you an enemy of a people. You ought to make an offering before that happens. Go and bring me some of Hobigo leaf and Bunava bramble that grows nearby. I even mark your map with where to find them. They're easiest to spot where the light grows brightest. Even an outsider like you couldn't miss them. Alright. I'm not certain if he's screwing with me or is serious. It could be both at this point. Good. Well, did you find the right flora? Pink and blue? Or red and blue? God, with this we make offerings of incense to respective Hobigo and Bunama statues. There was a time when we offered food, but scarcity from the war drove many to risk our guardian's ire for but an extra mouthful. Some of the more devout went so far as to lace offerings with poison to punish thieves. Of course, this only quickened the seeds of mistrust among our people, and the reigning Autarch declared that only smoke should be offered thereon. I underestimated you, outsider. In exchange for your efforts, I will personally ensure that your incense burns upon the plinth of our heroes, and your name is remembered as Friend of Mamook. Here is the Allied Society. Please, miss, you have to stop my husband. What's with your husband? Ever since the Autarch declared an end to blessed siblings, my husband has been overcome with grief. When I woke this morning, he was nowhere to be found. A neighbor saw him heading to Synod Yenunja, but I'm too weak to follow him. Please stop him from crossing with a note. Find him and tell him to seek the sun. He'll remember himself, I'm sure. You have heard promises? Leave me be. I'm going to meet them. They're calling for me. Ever since we decided to abandon our teachings, I've been able to hear them. Their young, bright voices, calling me to the sky deep Synod. Say seek the sun to stop the despondement from proceeding any further. How do you know that phrase? Your wife told me. My wife, of course. Mamook, the faithful, tell each other to seek the sun during our darkest moments, as a reminder not to become discouraged, to look up to the light that awaits us in the forest above. Now my wife would have me lift my head again. I must return to Mamook. I need to speak with her. Made too many sacrifices already, huh? Poor blessed siblings. I hope you will be well. And your entire people too. I hope this will help them. My husband arrived home safely. Thank you, stranger. Thank you. I'm sure you noticed, but our union was arranged in accordance with the old teachings. After everything we gave and everything we lost, the news that it would be amount to nothing was too much for my husband to bear. The children he might have reared still haunt him, as they do me. It is mourning we must endure together, as partners. I hope we can now, at least, put our grief to words. Now the banana field. Kishelja. You look like you're not afraid of a little manual labor. We need azure crystals from the node Neozote. But our usual helpers are busy reforming the city. Regardless of what the city does, we still got an azure to grow. I'll lend you my hammer, so if you can go and break me 2 chunks of azure crystal, I'd be much obliged. Dive here? No. We can't dive. I was curious for a moment. Alright. Break crystals off of the hammer. And again. Did you find the crystals? I'll be taking my hammer back, please. Here's your hammer. And pretty stones. Perfect. Putting these crystals in our reservoir enhances the water's energies, resulting in sweet and azure. Incidentally, enhanced water also makes the peels glow brighter. Could be the tree of living light's influence. Outsiders can find the glowing peel unnerving. They do you no harm. We've been eating azure for centuries without any adverse effects. What's on the inside is more important than the appearance anyway. And so long as we have little else to eat, my azure had better be as delicious as they come. I'm sorry to trouble you, but I could ask for your help. As Mamook begins to tread a different path, so should Gomagic Grove, or so I think, probably. The thing is, I'm not sure. I'd like to hear what hopes the people have for the Grove's future, but I'm afraid they won't be honest if I asked. No one wants to upset the Najul keepers after all. Do you think you could ask around for me? A survey. Sure. The Grove's future. Well, the Najul Bego are instrumental to our society. Both the fruit and leaves can be used for cooking and trade. So my only thought is that they should keep up the good work and grow lots of Najul. Now that we have found crops, I think our grove workers should collaborate with Gorgoma. Their experience in growing Najul makes them well suited to the job. None know our soil better, and I know it will do us proud. Wonder if they changed it for the quest or for the Allied Society because I already unlocked it, or if that is always what he says. Golmagic Grove. On one hand, I'd say they should expand their operations, but that would be more difficult than it sounds. Even the smaller trees in this forest are nigh impossible to fell, so clearing more space would be difficult. Not much of a suggestion after all, I'm afraid. So there is no general consensus either among the people. So what do they say? Different things. People really do think about our future. That's heartening to hear. Mamook's food supply can be a touchy subject. We're not supposed to talk about it, but in times of great shortage, the Autarch trades Nanjul leaves to XIV in exchange for provisions. Going forward, I want to make sure Mamook always has plenty to eat, but what piece of advice do you think I should prioritize? There's no need to decide just now? You're right. Maybe it's okay for Golmagic Grove to move at its own pace. Thank you for helping me. I feel a lot better about the future now. And one more quest, which is a bit away. Oh, it's even two, right? Yep, those are two quests. This is a hunter camp, I think. Nostalgia. I'm a Viper. You've seen your share of battle, I'd wager. My friend could use the help of someone like you. You should be just south of here. Look for the Doppler down on his luck. What a description. Nostalgia sent you. Oh, thank goodness. My favorite Viper was just injured on the job recently, so I thought I'd catch him some fly agarics at the street. To cheer him up, if only a little. Only there's a reason I never hunt without my trusted Viper beside me. Those damn pests have been running me up and down the forest all night. Could you capture a couple of fly agarics in my stead? Once you tie them out, trap them in these Najul sacks. Man, die mushrooms. Do we have a fly agarics? Scrumming sacks. What a relief. Now a big boy can have something tasty to snack on. A dopper who can't even care for his rival is, well, a laughing stock. Not only are we dopper few in number, but we're physically no match for Hubigo, and magically inept compared to Bunawars. And that's why our blood was never considered for blessed siblings. So long as we have our vivers, we're placed beside the others, which is why I want mine to recover as soon as I can. I best hurry home and make sure he does. Thank you for your help, stranger. Found my friend, take it? I won't say prejudice against Doppo doesn't exist, but so far as I'm concerned, we all have our strengths and weaknesses. Neither Bunewan nor Hubego can ride vipers like they do. Regardless, I hope his rival recovers soon. I know how much he cares for it. Okay, and the nameless blade-wise Hubego. You're part of a third promise's retinue, aren't you? Not many could stand a chance against Gulul Jaja in combat, shade or no. Been eager for a chance to take the measure of you. The young warriors who once trained you have long since left the forest in search of work, but Whetstone still has plenty of fighting spirit. Sure, we're all getting on in years, but we fought hand to hand with Jabral during the war. Our skills are stronger than steel. Can you test your mettle against Mamook's finest? I'll gather my comrades and meet you north of here. When you're ready, come and find us. Once victory's been decided, we'll meet back here. Challenging the warriors, huh? Sounds exciting. Move my back. Come on, you Zosuke, we're not dead yet. Yeah, we have the old ones. We are the champions. A victory worthy of your accolades, stranger. I hope my hip makes a full recovery. Whetstone was once a gathering of young blood eager to sharpen their scales. To be young again. I suppose our time in the fields is well and truly done. Now we must do what we can to pass on our knowledge to those who would learn it. You have my thanks. My comrades I will learn from our battle and see that Whetstone owns the scales of many young warriors to come. And we get some banana juice. Good. But that was it with quests in the Jatika Heartlands. And I think this should be enough for this episode. Until next time then, I'm Mace and don't get lost.